So amazing. I love Restream. It gets to the point, it gets to your live real quick. Like boom. And this is just a plus if you can do this, please. If you could subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. But man, shout out to BJ Investigates, man. She just cashed at me and my wife this morning. She is a blessing. I mean, she's an inspiration for real. Let's get into some of her content, fam. My I Am Dex TV fam. I want y'all to see what I see. I should drop some badass content. Can you stop doing this? Then we'll get into some music and then all that good stuff. What? Watch live from Jamaica as hurricane passes? What?
I feel like I'm drowning in deadlines.
So why don't you use WordTune?
WordTune?
This is Meg from our...
He said no, she has to go.
What's something that you always carry with you?
Specifically, I need to talk about the hot sauce.
Really?
You check this.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you getting information right now?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
No.
It has hot sauce in her bag. I have Heinz ketchup.
No, seriously, is it working? Just kidding.
Yeah, she's pandering to black people.
We're not going to get into sophisticated politics.
Okay. Is it working?
Come.
Oh, I told you she's
Do not
good.
send any hate or honestly comments of any kind to anyone mentioned in this video on behalf of me or yourself. The purpose of this video is to give my commentary and opinion on matters of public concern. Thank you.
Welcome to I Can't Use Technology. Oh my god. It would probably help if I pressed the play on the okay. I'm gonna turn
Look,
it all
she's
the
in
way
the
up.
Breakfast Club.
It's gonna be stressful. Okay.
She looks like she's at the Breakfast Club.
Question. Was the Hillary Clinton hot sauce prank? What would you even call that thing? Media juggernaut. Was the Hillary Clinton Breakfast Club hot sauce in my bag media juggernaut viral moment perhaps a strategically orchestrated political propaganda push by Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs and Jay-Z?
This is like a spin-off of the Beyonce video, to be honest.
It is. I thought we should reacquaint ourselves with this clip, which I have admittedly done, I don't know, probably how many views does this have? It has 276,000. I'm going to say something point, 1 point something thousand is probably just me. I have body language analyzed. Do you know I'm a YouTube body language analyst now? I've been doing body language analysis on my other channel.
Man, I haven't even looked into that.
Oh my God. I'm going to refrain from doing too much today, but I'm going to just say, I don't know any of these people's names except Charlemagne and Hillary. And this lady on the right, she is like
DJ
physically
Envy
repulsed.
and Angela Yee.
She's repulsed. You could watch this video like at least
Oh,
a
yeah,
dozen
she's
times,
like
only
backing
watching
away.
her.
She's like
and
backing away from
see
that.
something new. She's
No.
disgusted each time. Okay. Anyway, I thought we should watch it together. Let me turn the captions on. It's just so weird. I don't even know what to even say about it.
Yo.
First,
Mic check.
let's go in chronological order. Before you press play, before you ever press the play, where are they? I'm not a regular viewer of the Breakfast Club, but I've seen a lot of clips, and he's usually sitting in like a throne.
They're usually in a real studio. This is like a lunch table.
They should have changed the name to the Pokino Club for this episode. I mean, doesn't it look like the spades tournament, the Pokino? You know, the ladies in the neighborhood used to get together and play cards and have these little tables. That don't look like you're going to eat breakfast there, first of all.
Are they going to do some Parcheesi?
Where are they? Also, when was this? Was 2016? That was literally Formation, whatever came out, that Lemonade came out that year. So it's like a double PR album push.
He goes, are you getting information right now? And she knows what he's talking about.
And I think one of them says hot dog. No. hot sauce in my bag swag. Which, counter argument, it was very popular. It was very popular. I think it's Beyonce's best piece of work as an album, personally. So maybe he was just talking about it, maybe he wasn't. Maybe it was a PR push, but why am I saying that? Why am I saying it might have been some type of political propaganda PR push? Well, I just told you that it would behoove, somebody to have cross promotion between Beyonce and Hillary Clinton. But when you zoom in up on the microphone, Hillary Clinton is cackling into
a revolt.
It says revolt. Isn't that P. Diddy's news network station channel? Revolt.
Now she's like,
what is P. Diddy's news station microphone doing in this Pokino back room? Charlemagne and Hillary and another lady looks like she don't want to be any closer to Hillary Clinton than she has to, wishing she could have had that big table back. What's even going on here, first of all, before you even press play? Before you even press play.
High school cafeteria.
Totally, a voting poll. This is somewhere you go to vote, which does make sense. Like, there probably are like wild Hillary Clinton types just always kind of slithering about in those voting polls back rooms. My granny used to work the voting polls. She'd get paid like, $100 a day or whatever. Okay, so that's before you press play. But now I really want to zoom in to something I find to be a piece of evidence. I don't know why P. Diddy's microphone is here. In 2016, it was still like totally only affiliated and operated, I think, with P. Diddy and with Revolt.
Yeah,
but
with
it does
Revolt,
appear there was some type of exchange of some type of ownership, because Breakfast Club plays like somewhere else now or something. It's like, I don't know, moved on. It looked like it might have got acquired, but it doesn't actually say that. So I don't know if it's still P. Diddy involved or not in 2016. I'm just wondering what his microphone's doing there. So when it's the beginning of just this clip, it's like so obvious to me, based on my non-expert body language analysis, opinion, speculation theory, that it's awkward. First of all, awkward. You could cut the tension with a knife 7 years later through the screen. It's just so awkward. The lady on the right don't like Hillary Clinton, I can tell, as a person. Maybe ideologically, maybe she's going to vote for her, but she don't like her. She's scared of her. She's acting like a breath stink. She's acting like she's scared venom's going to fly out of Hillary Clinton's eyes or something. And then it's obvious to me that there's a remaining question that needs to be still discussed, and it's the hot dog in the bag swag. Why do I keep saying that? Hot sauce. Hillary Clinton hot sauce in the bag swag. It's obvious to me and y'all can watch and make your own decision, make your own thing. We just watched it all together. But look, don't it kind of look like there's one more remaining item on the agenda, the last joke to kind of cut this weird tension, and they've pre-discussed it. Look at the mouth. Ethan is going to slow the mouth down a few times and replay it, okay? I just want y'all to really, what is the man doing with his mouth? And then right as he's doing it, he stops himself, and his other little pal over here, I don't know his name, he then says, and then lady over here, she kind of, she's reading the room and she's like, oh yeah, it's the hot sauce question. That's what I think went down, okay?
Mouth reading expert.
We need one bad for a lot of videos.
Yes.
If anybody is a body language reading analyst expert, particularly if you do it in, as a witness in court, I would love to have a long-term collaboration, because this comes up so much, body language. And also, anybody knows how to read lip, mouth reading, lip reading, comes up all the time. We need a long-term collaboration.
Or just comment down below what they're saying.
But I need the information. I need to be able to contact this person repeatedly, Ethan. Like, it comes up a lot. And now I'm having to do this every time. It's an unpaid gig, but I'll shout you out. Thank you. What are we doing here? Okay, yes. All right. Watch the mouth.
No more questions? They said no, she has to go.
What's something that you always do?
No more questions?
Okay, one more. I need to, oh man.
She answers the question so fast.
It's so fast, and she said it like she just finished her word at the spelling bee. Maybe. M-A-Y-B-E. Maybe. That's what it's given. That's the word I lost on in the first grade spelling bee. Oh, I disliked the video just now on accident. I'm going to leave it. It was the Lord. Okay, watch the mouth. Ethan's going to slow it down for y'all. Let me slow it down. Let me do playback speed of something. What you think? 0.5? He's saying something, y'all. That man is not just chewing bubble gum. I can promise you that. Okay, I'm going to do it at normal one more time. Okay, then we got to move on from this. I'm just saying, what's the man saying? Look like it says puff.
That's
Puppy squished. Puffy question. That's what it looks like. He said puffy question. But he might be saying like, boy. I don't know. He looks mad. He looks like short of temper, like Mark Leta kind of. Like, then the lady, she says it. I don't know if any of this is true.
Well,
I could be making it up.
This is the only part of the interview I've ever seen also.
Me too, but I haven't gone out of my way to look any of it up, really.
No more questions? They said no, she has to go.
See, it's like coaching. Like, no more question.
Yeah.
No more question. That's what it's giving. Then it's like on cue. What do you always carry? Hot shot. Hot sauce.
What's something that you always carry with you?
And also, Ethan, let's do a slow down zoom in of just Hillary Clinton, what she just did with her head. She goes, while he's going, no, she said she have to go. And here she's going. This side.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Are you getting information right now?
That was such a play right there. Like,
one of the Thetans just entered. The Thetan.
That was a play. That was a freaking play right there. Like, they were all in on it. And I think Charlemagne was like he did, like, it did look like he said that.
Hot sauce in my bag, swag?
This reminds me.
Really?
And he would say, hot sauce
I
in
just
my
watched a
bag,
whole video about how the dark side of veneers. It came to mind when I watched Hillary do this.
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Now listen, I just want you to know, people see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people again.
Is it working?
Okay. Is it working?
I think one of them choked, and then she said it right into the revolt. It's like a PR stunt. So this is really the only clip that was going around. It's just like, what a good PR move. You advertise her, right?
So you think,
you get to
like, P.
perhaps
Diddy paid?
legitimately use campaign finance funds. I don't know how campaign finance laws work, so don't quote me on anything about that. But, you know, they look to be in the campaign finance office, or at least somewhere where they're doing voting polls, backrooms activities. And it just, you know, it doesn't zoom in on her on that angle until the pandering part. The most viral part is the revolt ad. Like, the most viral parts of the video up close on her face with that revolt
And
right
that revolt
there.
is
You
just
can't
right
really
there.
see it from this angle, what it's the big, 0 minutes, 0
might
seconds.
as
See how
well
long
just
it
been
takes
like
them to go
Bad
into
Boy.
that
Might as
revolt.
well
It's on the
just
most
say Bad
viral.
Boy.
What's
This
something
part
that you
is not
always
on her
carry
face.
with you?
Hot sauce.
Even that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Are you getting information
Pandering,
right
they
now?
zoomed in for.
Hot sauce. Hot sauce in my bag, swag?
Hot sauce.
Really?
She's like Mark
Now, listen, I just want
Zuckerberg,
you to
don't
know,
know what
people-
to do with her hand.
Are you driving
like-
way less than you used to? Do you have a clean driving record?
No.
Are you over 25?
No. Like, she was like literally like that Will Ferrell from Talladega Nights, when he's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. And
Because it is the most obvious criticism that she
Bro.
would face. Even before saying that. Even if they never talked about hot sauce bag swag, she going here on this channel doing this would have been considered by a lot of people, a big criticism would have been pandering, because she's obviously not interested in the black community. I've heard this criticism. Not everybody believes and agrees, but it's like that is a big one on the list. And so it's like, they're going to say it anyway. So why don't we get a gotcha out of it? So historically, the context at the time, and you'll probably remember this as I mention it, 2016 lemonade thing, right? There was a lot of hashtag discourse, and I used to be all up in the cult. I saw the discourse up close, and the discourse was, it's an album Beyonce made because her husband cheated on her. Then there's this Becky with the good hair, and the Becky with the good hair comment was interpreted by many to mean it was to say you cheated on me with a white woman, or this colorist kind of like competition or whatever. Now this is not everybody's opinion, but that was a large part of this like hashtag discourse was black women rage, and that's the point, and getting back, and the Becky with the good hair was like, and all of that. And so Beyonce in that album said, in that song said, I got hot sauce in my bag swag. It was interpreted by many to be a celebration of blackness. I think one of the lyrics is also like something like, no matter how much, I think that's the lyric, something like, made all this money, but they'll never take the country I got hot sauce in my bag swag. So she's saying, I have money, but I'm retaining this part of my identity. But again, it's country, is not race, right? But it was interpreted by people to be a celebration of blackness. And so in the context of this historical moment, I can see how it could have been like, Beyonce's lyric, hot sauce in the bag swag, was huge.
Beyonce has hot sauce in her bag, I have Heinz ketchup.
You know, can we get back to Beyonce? Can we just get back to Beyonce for a second? Specifically, I need to talk about the hot sauce thing.
It was cool, and like it resonated with people, and this is them using that. I don't remember what I thought. I hope, and I would like to believe that even though at this time I was much more like Democrat leaning politically, 2016, I did vote for Hillary Clinton this year, so maybe I didn't see it, but I would like to think that I would have been able to identify this as pandering. I hope.
But if she didn't say, okay, she's pandering to black people.
It looks all acted out.
Okay. Is it working?
It's like she delivered her line and then her character broke. And she literally was at the clown school like years later. Anyway, this is the same year, maybe the next year, she went and had that dinner with, I'll insert the clip right here from the radio show.
Context to our listeners if they don't know. You've been accused essentially of doing black magic in order to help Hillary Clinton. I mean, that's kind of...
Where we are with this.
Creating spirit cooking dinner with the pig blood, basically.
Right. Okay. But that happened that same year. And then did y'all know Hillary and her daughter Chelsea, they went on to the Apple TV. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And they made a reality television show in the style of like Darcy and Stacey meets The Simple Life with Hillary and her daughter Chelsea. It was something. It was something to behold. And I only really, how to make it through, maybe made it through one episode. It was hard too. Just the most uninteresting. And then the reason I had to watch this episode is clown school. So what had happened was I had seen another clip, which we can watch here, of Hillary Clinton talking to a so-called 100-year-old clown. Oh, yeah, and I mean, one of the things about this reality show that they did is it's really heavy on the women thing. Like, it's Hillary Clinton is asking some very weird questions. It's almost like she's just kind of figuring out like.
Yeah, and that clown is like, he's like 100-year-old clown. I've seen that. And he's like
what people talk about or something. She's like, really, she reminds me a lot of watching Caitlyn Jenner on Caitlyn Jenner's. Remember she did a little reality show? Yeah. And it's like, you know, she wasn't doing anything like necessarily like overtly like horrible, but it's just like, oh man, the way she's interacting with people and the way people are shooting looks at her, and it's like
fellow humans.
It's giving Mark Zuckerberg at the UFC fight. And I'll pull that 100-year-old clown clip up, y'all, but it is taken from the Darcy and Stacey Simple Life that Hillary and her daughter Chelsea did. And poor Chelsea, oh God, I don't know, I feel bad for her. Like, I feel like that's just a result of like never being able to like really like be like wild and free and like run around barefoot, and like she's from Arkansas, for the love of God. I mean, didn't she grow up there? That's a girl from Arkansas, and that's how she act. They really got her in them schools early. I wonder if did she go to the Had school? Probably not. That one's for hashtag troubled youth. She doesn't look like she ever been in trouble. 100 years. All roads leads to clowns. Hillary Clinton. We're just gonna watch what's on YouTube, and encourage you to watch that other Joan Risk. Oh my God. Then she went on the interview about the clown college. Maybe we can just put a couple clips in, but that one is, that's the one where she's wearing the Kris Jenner outfit. Inspector Gadget. Okay, it's 58 seconds. These Hillary Clinton clips are so jam-packed with body language and eye darts and just things you could just, it's only 58 seconds and just so. Wait till y'all hear what this clown actually has to say in response to this stupid question. And you know what I did learn? And it's probably something a clown said once. Stupid questions gets stupid answers. This lady's like, how is it for women in comedy? Can women be funny? Like, oh my girl, like, I don't even think the sexists like think no women can be funny anymore. It's 2022 at the time. This isn't even 2016. This is like a whole election cycle after.
Philippe, what's the difference for a woman in comedy than a man in comedy? Can they do the same thing?
Comedy is okay, but clown is
crazy.
Philippe, what's the difference for a woman in comedy than a man in comedy? Can they do the same thing?
I'm so glad the shady editor panned over to him going,
of course.
Like this fucking 100-year-old clown. You could just see him like snatching up a Steve-O. Like, that wasn't funny and nobody laughed. That was terrible.
Comedy is okay, but clown is more difficult.
Yeah.
It's like such a sad guru answer. She's like, how is it for women in comedy? Can they be funny? Is it cool? Is it weird? What are they doing, women in comedy? Man. And he's like, well,
I made a Bam Margera song,
okay,
the free Bam Margera.
But clown.
I don't even know if you even know that.
It's the most philosophical clown I ever saw in life.
Not answering the question.
And then we got to start it all the way over one more, because listen what the man says in response to how is it for women in comedy versus men. Then he decides to switch the goalpost from comedy to clown only, and that's totally different than comedy apparently. And listen what he says. It's I don't know. You tell me.
Philippe, what's the difference for a woman in comedy than a man in comedy? Can they do the same thing?
Comedy is okay, but clown is more difficult.
Yes.
Because if you are a young boy, you come home, your costume is completely dirty, or your mother still loves you.
Yeah.
If you are a girl, it's not sure your father still love you.
So much to unpack. So much to unpack. First of all,
By the way, you could go follow BJ Investigates, go subscribe to her channel, go send her love, and yeah, that's what we're watching right now for anybody that wants to know.
if you're a boy, it's easier to be a clown because your mother still loves you, and if you come home dirty, your mom will wash your clothes. And if you're a girl, maybe your father doesn't love you. But what does the father have to do with the mother? And then I don't know what he's trying to say exactly. It's very, very weird. It's just a weird thing to be saying. Like, even if I could sit with it for a minute and figure out like what he might mean, like maybe he means it's difficult because you have to go through a lot of times where you don't have time to like take care of yourself at home and somebody has to help you. And for boys, your mom might do that. But for girls, what are you going to get? Who's going to help you do? Maybe that's what he means. Right. But you don't know that that's what he means for first of all. It's just like trying your very, very hardest to make meaning onto it. And I certainly would need some time. I mean, this was like yesterday, the first time I heard. I've been having a long time to think about it. And these people are all sitting around grinning and cheesing it up in this 100-year-old clown's face like they know exactly what he's talking about. They're like, I was gonna say that. That's what I was thinking.
Sorry.
And it just reminds me of how fake you have to be and stuff. And now I'm to the point, I don't know what's real, what's not real. If this is how normal people have to go out there and act at like business meetings and stuff, because I definitely do remember like being in corporate America and feeling like I was having to act like that the 100-year-old clown was saying was profound. I definitely remember being in some type of situations like that. And I'm like, like I really needed a job. And I'm like, yeah, this airplane law is so interesting. I want the clown to like me because he's a mean clown to other people. And I want to be on the mean clown's good side. That's what it's given to me.
Have you ever felt guilty about something that you said to someone?
Not at all. If you want to discover your clown, you have to hear audience, and when they laugh, it's me. When they don't laugh, your clown is not close to your body. When audience laugh, your clown is not so far.
But you don't just say, you've got a 00. You say things like, would you rather be in a concentration camp or would you rather watch this again?
You give who among these two persons as an hostage to the German to shoot them?
And it's like, just because somebody did some weird shit in France for 100 years doesn't mean that they're worth that much respect. I mean, maybe he is. I don't know. But if a 100-year-old senile clown who's mean to people and has devoted his life to being a clown and letting, quote, clown infect him, then I'm not really that, like, tripping over myself. Like, if this is my father-in-law and he's trying to, and I see him, that's how I'd act to him. Someone that I respect the most in the world. Not a 100-year-old senile clown who's mean to people and clearly inflamed.
A woman is more dangerous to be idiot like for a man. And we can see when you teach, a woman wants to be charming clown. But I knew some woman, the monster, fantastic, but not so many.
I think I'm more of a monster.
And this girl is disgusting. What? Disgusting. She has this whole comedy act. I'm going to put none of it in here because it's nasty. But that also brought me to the last point I want to make about this video is like, why do they spend so much energy and effort? Like, I became exhausted with the amount of like, yeah, straight men, the men, it's how it is for us women. They said it so much that I feel like I never want to hear it again. They ruined it. Chelsea and Hillary Clinton ruined like, when you have a song that's like, good or whatever, and you listen to it and like, a lot, and then like it gets played somewhere where you drank too much tequila or something, and then you can never enjoy the song again or something. Like, that is how the entire women's empowerment movement is for me because of Hillary Clinton and Chelsea, her daughter. They ruined it. How is a man different in comedy than a woman? And the men and the women and the men, how men are, and every single time that a female comedian didn't get laughs, it was because sexism. It was exasperating and exhausting. And it led to one comedian that said something so deranged and depraved I have to address it and just say, nope, One of them's up there talking about, she's respectable and all of that, and she's fine, whatever. But she's sitting up there talking about how, like, I don't know if it was because she was disabled or because some of these intersectionalities made it to where she got desexualized by the audience. And I don't know what the definition means of that. I can only postulate that it meant that she was trying to say it was somehow a bad thing, that the audience wasn't seeing her as a sex object. And that was, to me, a very important social commentary on where we are in 2022 on Gutsy, featuring Hillary Clinton and Chelsea, her daughter. But anyway,
I never heard that before.
That's all I really had for today. Bye.
Y'all can head over there. Go head over there. She has 2 channels, The Surprise Witness and BJ Investigates. These are her channels right here. Y'all go show her some love. Go subscribe. She has freaking amazing content that you're gonna be there for hours. So cancel your Netflix, all that stuff. And this is coming from IMDex TV. So yeah, y'all go do that, please. Man, Trapmore Ross is going. Trapmore Ross is so awesome, bro. Like I would want to hear him in a debate with Trapmore Ross, because he's always like on, he's on both. He looks at it from like both sides. Trapmore Ross, so he's going live right now. That's crazy. I haven't even seen him go live in probably ever. But County Wildfire, what's up, man? How's everybody doing today? I wanted to get into some music. I have some unfinished music that I need to master. And I wanted to go live, so I wanted to do kind of both at the same time. And but I wanted to show love to BJ Investigates, man. She came through, man. It was badass. Shout out to BJ Investigates. We're going to get into some music I really wanted to get into. It's so if you don't like my music streams, I know I go have my media streams, like or my news streams. I know as of recent, y'all guys have been wanting me to see a lot of car chases, and let me know if that's what y'all want me to do, because I just became a fan. Just saw my analytics, and do you want me to start doing that more? Because I will do that for y'all. So, but yeah, y'all let me know. What's that one that I needed to work on? Oh, this one I definitely wanted to work on. Postulate. That's crazy. Russian.
She telling me don't go, just stay till the sun come up. Fall asleep in my arms. I think that she's had enough. She don't wanna be hurt. Her worth is more than she thinks. He's not using his words. It hurts to see that bruise on her face. She look at me with these eyes. She
same here, brother.
Shoulders wet from the tears.
Same here, brother. Subscribe if you haven't already, fam. But the Unlucky Charm, shout out that man right there. He said Russian. Shout him out. Hey, wishing you good vibes and positive vibes for the rest of your day too, bro, as well. Nothing but positivity here.
She getting tired of the fights and all the lies happening all these years. I know that there's a little more for sure that bae wanna say. I tell her that ain't right, but for tonight she can stay here with me. She tell me that that man and that raised his hand by her face is hugging her right now. I look down like what I'm gonna say. I realize that's me. I'm that man that she be speaking of. She's like, it's no wonder why you never realize, because you always fucked up. She telling me don't go, just stay till the sun come up. Fall asleep in my arms. I think that she's had enough. She don't wanna be hurt. Her worth is more than she thinks. He's not using his words. It hurts to see that bruise on her face. From the producers at Kush.com comes the movie event of the year. The story of one man searching for true love. Get ready for a romance like none you've ever seen. Critics are calling it a masterpiece and an epic adventure for the senses. Experience what audiences everywhere are raving about. There's something about Gummy.
No number FDFD. Nah. I know the chat's messing with this. Shout out to Mr. Shadow. Shout out to all my mods. Buckshot. As soon as you on my live right now, bro, I'm gonna make you a moderator. So just know that I have to do it while I'm on live. I don't know why, but all right. If anybody else knows how to do it while not on live, let me know. Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
Man, I've been on this shit for days. I feel like stuff ain't adding up. Convince me that you got that pressure, boy, and I will go shut up. I know they wanna catch me slipping. It ain't happening around me, though. Man, your dissing is like bullets, boy. You know I got torpedoes. You should stop with all that cap. Ain't no one buying what you selling. I'm a SA fool for real. It's going public if you telling. I be right there by that Hagen block, right by Laura Steele. On that HEB, the corner house, right there top the hill. I remember stopping get before they tore it down. They used to bully me for real, I bet they hear me now. I bet they mess with me right now, they get they face slit. Police say cheese soft like cotton and baby shit. I read the comment from 407, he bout to get it. My wrench crew will bench dude, yeah, come and get it. You know that Mr. Shadow lurking in them bad corners. I want that tennis chain for real, man, they be looking all pointers. They like Dexter's now opponents. I'ma smoke this shit regardless, I don't care about no charges. Me and they'll be hitting targets. I'ma troll them in the chat, then I wipe them off the market. I put them trolleys in my blunt. Moment of silence before we spark. Man, give me that blunt, I'ma like that shit. 9 got the drop on the moppies. I'ma get some walkie-talkies, just say over if you copy. Bend her over cause I'm cocky. Goggles on me like I do ski. First one to wear them goggles like that on the stream, you copy Drewski. Nah, I'm not saying what coulda, woulda, or shoulda been. What would they do with that boy to put up in the bins? Staying up late like Braden on these YouTube streets. Them copyrights be serious, no YouTube beats. Man, Daily told me go listen to that new Ice Attack. And I'm like them handles on them purses cause I'm staying strapped. Plus any girls up in my chat, you getting handled by cat. And I'm like them handles on them purses cause I'm staying strapped.
JD Torres, what's up? Welcome to the family. Welcome to the kingdom, baby. JD Torres, what's up? Welcome to the family. My bad. Shout out to the kingdom, though. Shout out to the kingdom. Shout out to Hunger Mob. We merging. We do that. Hey, but positive vibes to everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a damn good day, a blessed day. I don't know why I said damn. I guess I'm just trying to make a point. But yeah, that's what we doing. Shout out King San, man. Y'all go subscribe to King San's YouTube right now. King San, you could just look him up. You'll pop up automatically. San Antonio, Texas rappers. That's what we doing. But yeah, that was just some that's just some rap stuff, man. I have fun doing it, but I just don't feel the same about it as I do like with my country stuff. So damn, and I made this one private. Shit. See, and I like that I can work on live. I can work on music on live with everybody watching. So y'all making it with me at the same time. Okay, let me do that. New music for Yo, what's up, Doze? Hey, I'm not Cuban. I know I kind of look like Fat Joe, but I'm Mexican, bro. Oh, but Fat Joe.
Follow me now, you know where this going. They ain't rapping, they posing. They ain't getting to no bad shit, they just wishing they hoping. Sorry for the honesty, but honestly, on a batting spree, knocking it out the park like I said I would. We want to pay for good, that's the money now. No advances, I for use for now. I must be tripping.
I got drugs up on my mind. Really need to get the money. You just stay behind the line. You ain't getting that from me. I'm in love with a bitch. Her name is Big Bag. I'm in love with a bitch. Her name is Big Bag.
Money coming in all the time. I don't wanna know a single dime. Never been up on a layer, nah. Never even been up in the sky. If he bout the business, that's cool. He ain't bout the business, he a fool. What they probably saying, man, it's true. And I ain't even playing, that's on you.
They want the money, they want the bag, they want the cash, they want that flow. They want the guap, they want the moolah, they want the cheese, they want it all now. They want that money, yeah, they want that money. Yeah, they gonna get some. He won't settle for breadcrumbs. I want that bag, yeah, I really want the bag. Won't let you hide, won't let you slide unless you get that bag. I'm way too high, I lost my sight, man, I need to get back. Won't let you hide, won't let you slide unless you get that bag. I got drugs up on my mind, really need to get the money. You just stay behind the line. You ain't getting that from me. I'm in love with a bitch. Her name is Big Bag. I'm in love with a bitch. Her name is Big Bag.
See, the dirty part of this rap shit is that I gotta be vulgar and be almost degrading towards like women almost, because like that's what people want to hear. And it's crazy. Like, I'm a married man, so I think my music lies within like country and R&B. I'm saying now, like, cause I have fun making this music stuff, but I don't live this life anymore. It's not me. It's not who I am. But I have to rap about it because that's just what people want to hear. People, they want the bad, but sometimes it's, I mean, again, it's just fun. It's just fun. Honestly, just fun making it. So. Yeah. I got this shit. I'm going back to the store. I got a smart vocabulary and don't mind.
We too up right now, I see you on the way down. Way too much hand to hand, I see you getting fast. They do the same old thing, the same old shit, in the same old car with the same old bitch. We see your cabin as you been capping way too much for your own good. We know the back of your jacket, the only time you ever be up in the hood. That is the only time. Homie, just fall in line. They just won't put me down. Tell me shit all the line. Your laces are loose, you a pool putt. I'm a freak, the laces are in or what? That Marino, the dope is are in my cup. Money money fat like Selena, but someone tell Baby get the near. Ain't nobody wanna see him. If it weren't for your dad, you wouldn't be shit. You learned to kill the wrong kid. At least you know now, never come back to SA, cause we gon' get that ass. And I don't care who it is, Charleston White don't even get a pass. Homie, I know you a lame, and you won't ever do a thing. What song do you really sing? I know that diamond's really all you think. Homie, I know you a lame, and you won't ever do a thing. What song do you really sing? I know that diamond's really all you think.
On this song. Who wants to join it? Who wants to jump on this song, bro? I'll let y'all. Just go to BandLab and look up Dex Buffet. Shout out that boy Sweet James. He's a BandLab enthusiast and one of the top BandLabbers that I know. He's the one who put me on BandLab, really. Or do you want me to start doing ASMR shit? Because then it don't even matter. We could just freaking do ASMR and do like a whole freaking whisper, like a whisper fucking chat and shit. No, I got a message that somebody said no. Okay, cool, my bad.
Hey, and what they talking about for real? Them boys ain't talking about nothing.
How you got it? Ain't nobody running up in my pocket. I ain't really worried about mine, they solid. You won't get a word in mine, I promise. Man, why that boy lie, man, he should've been honest. I was trying to get up in the mix, no DJ. Passing these boys, I don't need no freeway. Got it on lock, I ain't showing no leeway. Put me in the race and I win the whole relay. Who are you to go and tell me something, homie? You just need to go and sit down. All that time that you was talking shit when you really had to go and get round. Probably thought I had a beef for Ringling Brothers, the way I'm always mentioning these clowns. I guess it come with the job description. Will I end up with no pot to piss in? Well, if the pot is missing, what, it's not there? We look there and everywhere, and if it's not there, where the fuck is it at? Play one of your songs in the rain, that's facts. Cause your flow is soggy, it's making me groggy. Matter of fact, it's making me wanna fall asleep. You're like a foreign policy, it's nothing out for me. I know an alchemy, you would never Malcolm me. Means that I would never be in the middle. Type on the internet but still be civil. Swear on the soul, boy, you is a hoe, boy. Mad cause you'll probably go crack every riddle. Hey, sneak this, ain't nobody running up in my pocket. I ain't really worried about mine, they solid. You won't get a word in mine, I promise. Man, why that boy lie, man, he should've been honest. I was trying to get up in the mix, no DJ. Passing these boys, I don't need no freeway. Got it on lock, I ain't showing no leeway. Put me in the race and I win the whole relay. Who are you to go and tell me something, homie? You just need to go and sit down. All that time that you was talking shit when you really had to go and get round. Probably thought I had a beef for Ringling Brothers, the way I'm always mentioning these clowns. I guess it come with the job description. Will I end up with no pot to piss in? Well, if the pot is missing, what, it's not there? We look there and everywhere, and if it's not there, where the fuck is it at? Play one of your songs in the rain, that's facts. Cause your flow is soggy, it's making me groggy. Matter of fact, it's making me wanna fall asleep. You're like a foreign policy, it's nothing out for me. I know an alchemy, you would never Malcolm me. Means that I would never be in the middle. Type on the internet but still be civil. Swear on the soul, boy, you is a hoe, boy. Mad cause you'll probably go crack every riddle. No, sneak this. Ain't no way this goofy talking, you gon' get me out my mode. I was trying to make a play, I promised mama.
Hey, you Cuban, bro? Nah, bro, I'm freaking Mexican, bro. freaking beaner, just chilling.
Ain't no way this goofy talking, you gon' get me out my mode. I was trying to make a play, I promise mama I won't fold. See, I was trembling with terror, washing blood up out my clothes. Get to act like nothing happened, then I sell them for the low. I got prices on my dome, and they really want me gone. Watch out, little copper, this little heater, turn a pig to cheat. They really want me, child, little copper, this little to turn a pig to chicharron. Still knocking socks right off of Bob.
Chicharron is pork skin, like chicharrones. So that's what I said. Like, watch out, little copper. Like, this heater would turn a pig to chicharron. Like, that's what I meant.
Dome, and they really want me gone. Watch out, little copper, this little heater turn a pig to chicharron. Still knocking socks right off a box, and you know I'ma take it home. Don't even care about these pussies, man. They better leave me alone.
Let's just give y'all a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna test something out real quick. See if we got any hints here. I'm gonna test something out for y'all. We're gonna get into something right now. At this moment of time, test my theory a bit. Test my theory a bit. All right? That's what we're going to do. Oh, no. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Oh, shit.
We're collecting a lot of data. So we're collecting like the agent that's on the machine. There's actually a
Is found dead in a pool in a Northside neighborhood. Now the call came in around 8:30 this morning at a home on Lofty Heights near Bitters and 281. That's where we find our KENS 5's Vanessa Croy, who's joining us live with what she's learned from deputies. Hey, Vanessa.
Hey, Audrey, good afternoon. According to deputies, it was a pool company employee who made that shocking discovery this morning. A woman found dead in the pool. BCSO just confirming with us the woman was a housekeeper in the home here in this gated subdivision. And right now, deputies believe that woman may have drowned, but they're waiting on the medical examiner to make that final call. Bexar County deputies and Hill Country PD both on the scene out here today investigating the woman's death. According to deputies, the woman hadn't been seen or heard from since 3 p.m. on Sunday, but the time of her death has yet to be confirmed. Investigators say they found evidence of alcohol near the pool, which they say may have contributed to her death. We don't yet know if anyone else was at the home at the time or if deputies are trying to hunt down other witnesses. BCSO says they have not found any evidence of foul play. The woman's death, a tragic accident. And Audrey, right now, we do not know that woman's name. BCSO could only confirm to us she was in her 50s and once again, a housekeeper working in one of these homes. Reporting live on the north side, Vanessa Croy, KENS 5.
Damn, man.
We are following breaking news tonight. The documents have just been released from the 2008 grand jury investigation into Palm Beach financier Jeffrey Epstein.
The testimony shows graphic details from young girls, victims as young as 14 years old. Investigative reporter Dave Bowman pouring through more than 100 pages of that grand jury testimony. He'll join us in just a moment.
But first tonight, for so many years, we have followed the twists and turns of the Jeffrey Epstein story. We may be one step closer now to learning how the very first case was brought, what that very first jury heard, and possibly how Jeffrey Epstein landed what is now known.
I hope that guy's in hell. I don't think that man like faked his death, but there might be a possibility. But I believe that that man is going to be in hell for what he did and for what he caused in these their kids like life. Like, it's crazy, man.
Known as that sweetheart deal.
But a lot of y'all won't ever know. I mean, some of y'all know the pain, but a lot of y'all don't. But shout out to my people that have been hurt and working through it and realize that people can make mistakes. We're not mistakes, but there's those people that you can't come back from once they're just demons. Like, plain and simple.
The legal troubles for Jeffrey Epstein, a wealthy hedge fund manager, date back to 2005 when a 14-year-old girl and her parents claimed Epstein molested her at his mansion on Palm Beach. That was the beginning of an investigation that started at a local level and ended up in the hands of the FBI. Prosecutors in the end cut a deal with Epstein. Instead of federal sex trafficking charges in 2008, Epstein pleaded guilty to 2 prostitution charges, one for solicitation of a minor. He served a short stint at the Palm Beach County Jail, was granted work release, and walked out 13 months later. He was required to register as a sex offender. During that time, lawsuits started pouring in, first from an anonymous woman seeking $50 million, saying she was forced to have sex with Epstein when she was just a teen. Epstein settled those cases out of court, but in 2019, Epstein was arrested again, this time by federal agents in New York for sex trafficking charges. The FBI credited investigative reporting to their case, and as a result, numerous investigations were launched at the federal, state, and local levels. In August of that same year, Epstein was found dead in his jail cell at a federal prison in New York City. An investigation concluded Epstein killed himself. 11 months after his death, federal prosecutors in New York charged Ghislaine Maxwell with sex crimes, saying she recruited underage girls for Epstein, and in some cases, she participated in the abuse. She ultimately was found guilty on multiple charges, including sex trafficking. Then in 2022, those convictions led to a 20-year prison sentence. Maxwell tried to appeal that earlier this year, but was denied and is serving her sentence at a federal prison in Tallahassee. Also in Tallahassee earlier this year, Governor Ron DeSantis signed HB 117. It allows for the public release of grand jury documents in the Epstein case. It means all of those details about what kind of case was presented to that grand jury and how the deal with Epstein was cut so many years ago could finally come to light.
I'm investigative reporter Dave Bowman. I've just scanned this 150-page document. It reflects what Judge Luis Delgado wrote in his order to release grand jury testimony that had been secret. Delgado's quote, "The details in the record will be outrageous to decent people." The grand jury transcript from 2008 reflects the testimony of women and girls, some as young as 14, on what happened at Epstein's former home on Palm Beach. Some of the women testified they were paid to have sex with Epstein. Others tell the grand jury they were paid to recruit young girls to enter Epstein's orbit. Those who pushed for a change in state law allowing the release of this grand jury testimony said it shows the public a major contrast.
Not only does Kittle have millions of design assets and templates that you can customize any way you want, but our intuitive Kittle AI will help you create stunning images, clip art, even vector images.
108, and we're continuing eastbound now, swerving around traffic, going the wrong way, and now going back the right way now, and back the wrong way again, running through this intersection. It looks like that was a green there. Now we're going northbound on McKinley again. This is one of those pursuits that appears to be kind of making circles in one particular area. We've kind of stayed in the South LA Watts area throughout this pursuit. We're coming up on a work truck there, coming up on another oncoming vehicle right there, and this guy's just making these evasive maneuvers. And now one of the passengers there, it looked like, had his hands sticking out the window. Again,
There's
still
3
on
people
the phone.
in that car.
So just very erratic driving and very interesting behavior from these pursuit suspects right now as LAPD continues this pursuit through South LA.
Well, interesting to say the least, but it's more like dangerous. And it looked like that guy was doing some selfie work in that car.
I think that's what he was doing, because he was talking to the phone, and you could see the driver as well. So I think this is a
I mean, they're enjoying this moment, it seems, but this is extremely difficult because it is First Surface Street. This is a very busy neighborhood, and they're going on the wrong side of the road. As you said, Gabe, there is no pursuing officers directly behind them. Maybe they're aware of a helicopter, maybe not. Nevertheless, this is a danger to this community.
Yeah, definitely a danger to the community because of the wrong way driving and the running through stoplights and red lights and things of that nature. Driving around traffic very erratically. If you see this vehicle in the area, just try and keep your distance. If you're in the neighborhood, lock your doors and windows. We are hearing that LAPD is treating this as a possibly armed suspect, so that kind of raises the level of danger. And just like this, you see this driver going the wrong way down Central Avenue in Watts and now back on the right side of the road, continuing like the left driver's side window would now roll up. I don't remember if this side of the window was rolled down earlier or if it was just those windows on the right side, but we're continuing this erratic driving. One coming up on, let's see, it looks like we're still on Central Avenue, and he's in that left turn lane. This might be a red light, running a red light, doing a right turn, now continuing on 114th Street. A lot of traffic building in the area. It's approaching rush hour now, but we're still kind of doing these circles in the area. And you can see there those right side windows, both the right side passenger and the rear passenger, they have their windows down, so they're just kind of enjoying this joyride, it seems, as we continue doing almost circles around the Watts and South LA area.
Yeah, these are
We're
the
going to
worst.
try and move Air 7 HD a little closer to this vehicle as it maneuvers through LAX airspace, but we will continue to keep an eye on this.
Wow, the worst type of pursuits that we don't want to see on surface streets, driving erratically like that, and especially this time of day when kids might be out in the street, and it's just so very dangerous to see this.
We've already seen it. There's so many people on the streets, and at least
down here.
Okay.
There's, you know, some trash bins in the roadway there. He hit one of the trash bins. Luckily, he didn't hit that other vehicle. And you can see there now some LAPD vehicles are possibly returning, at least making their presence known. I haven't heard if they're actively switching back into an active pursuit mode. They are keeping a bit of distance right now, hopefully to at least slow down some of the erratic driving that we've seen from this driver. But that even going into a following or a tracking mode, as LAPD calls it, doesn't seem to be altering the behavior of this driver any as we continue, looks like going southbound on Avalon as we continue this pursuit.
Gabe, from your information, the damage on this car could possibly have happened as a result of this pursuit, or at least the beginning of this pursuit?
We did hear that the vehicle was possibly in an accident earlier in this pursuit, but we don't believe that was from a pit or anything of that nature. We heard LAPD ask permission to pit earlier in this pursuit. They also asked permission for spike strips, both of which were denied earlier. And you can see there are a number of LAPD units. It looks like 5 LAPD units are continuing to keep a close distance, or at least keep a good distance on this vehicle to keep an eye on where he is, but not stay too close behind him to put any extra pressure on this vehicle. We are learning some additional information now that this is a reported stolen vehicle, so that makes it a little difficult for LAPD to figure out exactly who might be driving this vehicle, and that might be why LAPD is keeping a close eye on this and making sure they don't lose eyes on him without putting too much pressure on the driver. Now as we go eastbound on 105th Street.
Looks like they're flashing signs out the window. That's what that looked like. The guy in the back seat was flashing some sort of a sign when they took that turn.
You're right, David.
So we know, this is what we know. At least 3 people are in the car. It's being called a stolen vehicle pursuit, but there's also concern that they believe that at least one of these guys could be armed. So it's a dangerous situation, not just because of their driving, but what's going to happen when we come to an end to this pursuit, which it will end eventually. And as they continue to squeeze through all these narrow places in the neighborhood. There you
coming
go.
up to a, looks like an ice cream truck or a food truck there, possibly making contact with that car, continuing westbound on 106.
It sure looked like that. And we just see him plow right through all of those stop signs back and forth. Perhaps they'll be able to put a spike strip out if they continue circling in that area.
Well, Gabe said that they've been denied at first. I'm not sure, you know, what the contemplation is when it comes to spike strips and pit maneuvers, although they are circling a lot. Maybe eventually they do decide to do a spike strip on this guy because it is so dangerous, and they got to slow this guy down, especially when he goes on the wrong side of the road.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's
There you go. See,
what I'm-
flashing.
Yeah,
He's
yep,
flashing
we
the
saw those
signs.
signs.
They
Yeah,
need to
saw
enjoy
those
this
signs
last
from the passenger
joyride
in the back
before they.
seat.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it looks almost as if the passenger in the front seat is laughing. He was on the phone earlier. They're definitely enjoying their 15 minutes of fame as they drive completely dangerously. Looks like making a right turn eastbound on Century. And as you said, David, there's one of the passengers looking up at us in the helicopter. They have to be aware of us down here. We did hear the LAPD helicopter actually ask units on the ground to back off a little bit to hopefully relieve some of the pressure on this driver. And as far as spike strips are concerned, the driver is circling the same general area, but not staying on the same exact road. So it's still kind of hard to predict exactly where this driver will go and where he'll turn, making a left turn now on Clovis. We've been on Clovis before, so he's definitely hitting the same streets, probably staying in an area that he's familiar with.
Yeah, but not a specific pattern, so it's hard to predict.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Continuing northbound now on Clovis.
All right, at least this street is a little bit more wide open.
Yeah,
what was that, David?
At least this street is a little bit more wide open. It's not a tough squeeze, and there's some space for them to move.
Exactly.
You don't know what the end goal is here and what way that they eventually decide to do, but not sure if law enforcement will let these guys go, considering what they know now.
Yeah, one of the little bit more open streets in the area as we make kind of an aggressive left turn there, going the wrong way, possibly making contact with an SUV there. Now on the right side of the road, looks like going westbound on 92nd Street. Some of the roads in this area do provide for a little bit of safer traversing, although at these speeds with this erratic behavior, you can see they're using the center median to drive around traffic. Any of this driving is unsafe at this speed and at this magnitude. Looks like we're making a northbound turn on McKinley, left turn on 91st Street, staying in these residential areas. Like you noticed, some of these residential streets are a little more open and a little more easier to for this suspect to kind of fly through. You can see there some pedestrians there are in these roads, and as we said, it's close to rush hour. School let out an hour or so ago, a couple hours ago, so you see possibly young people in the street as we go, looks like an eastbound turn on Avalon now, still driving at a high rate of speed and still swerving around other vehicles as these looks like three suspects in a Hyundai continue their joyride through South LA, continuing on 89th Street now westbound. And LAPD still considering this a tracking mode situation right now. They have their LAPD helicopter overhead, but they're keeping the units on the ground, keeping them at a distance while still following. So they have a lot of units in the area. Once they kind of see the pattern of a suspect staying in the same general area, they'll start to position units in various parts of the area. So if the suspect were to foot bail, if they were to get out and run, it's not just the pursuing units that are actually following that will have to deal with that. They have other units that can kind of merge in and start to help out with a apprehension of these suspects. Looks like that vehicle almost got some air there as we continue at a high rate of speed on 88th Street westbound. Coming up on another intersection here. It looks like it's a red light. There's some oncoming traffic there. That suspect very smartly slows down, looking and makes a right turn there northbound on Main Street, and we've been on this street before. We're going to see what this suspect does. Hopefully there's not too much traffic on this street that this suspect has to deal with, and we're going to move Air 7 around to see if we can find out where the suspect turns after that.
Yeah, keep in mind at home, if you have friends or loved ones that live in this general area, to tell everybody lock their doors, because we don't know, some of these times they come out of the car and try to carjack somebody else's car or run into some neighborhood. But just, again, driving this so erratically and dangerously, this is a scary, one of those pursuits that make your palms sweat when you watch it.
Yeah, we've seen this before where it's so erratic and so dangerous, you think for sure it's going to get in an accident, but a lot of times it will end surprisingly, but you definitely do not want something tragic to happen at the end of this pursuit. They clearly are not taking their behavior seriously, and you just hope we get lucky here and somehow this comes to an end without anybody getting hurt.
Especially with these narrow streets.
I'm just aghast right now at how relaxed the driver and the suspect looks. You can see the driver with just one hand on the steering wheel earlier, just going for afternoon joyride like any other. As we approach some other oncoming traffic there, some cross traffic coming the other way, going westbound on San Pedro Street now. And you can see there's the driver, there's the passenger kind of making some gestures there, making a sharp right turn now on 89th Street. And from the damage to this vehicle, you can see that this driver doesn't care about damaging the vehicle and continuing on, because this vehicle's been in accidents before. We've seen him hit other things, possibly hit other vehicles. It's hard to tell because those things happen so fast. But as we go through these neighborhoods that are possibly a little bit narrow, you have to wonder if this suspect is going to hit anything or how this will end.
Right.
And we still don't know for sure if there is a fourth person in this vehicle. The windows are tinted, so it's tough to look in. And they've been up the whole time on the driver's side of the vehicle down. And it's very clear there are at least 3 people. We don't know if that fourth person is there.
A fourth person.
Yeah, we've only been able to confirm the 3 people in the vehicle. The LAPD units and the air unit have only been able to confirm 3 people as well, because, as you said, those windows are tinted. And that's something that LAPD, as we run through a stop sign there at 89th and Wadsworth, that's something that LAPD often has to deal with when pulling suspects over or performing traffic stops, is those tinted windows. Now we're making a right turn on Central again, so we're staying on these streets, kind of between 85th and 95th, Central, Main, San Pedro, staying on all those general streets. This one looks a little bit of a wider street that this suspect can continue on, but it almost seems to me that this guy's maybe slowing down a little bit, and then just as I say that, he speeds up and continues westbound on Hooper, not really caring about where the lanes are, and a lot of traffic there waiting for the light, and this suspect makes a left turn there on 92nd with cross traffic coming. Just a very dangerous situation here in South LA.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few pedestrians and pretty close calls with pedestrians walking these streets, the residential streets, and that's when you really get nervous when you watch a pursuit like this.
And you wonder if the excitement is going to eventually wear off for these guys. It almost get that sense they're very excited at the beginning, and they seem to be kind of mellowing out a little bit. And now they got to think about how are they going to get out of this situation.
Yeah, exactly. And we understand that they are possibly armed, and this car is reportedly stolen, so they know they're in deep trouble.
Yeah, they do, and they are dealing with some traffic here as this white Jeep and some other vehicles, I'm not sure what they're waiting for, if it's a stoplight up ahead, and it looks like this suspect may have come to a stop here, possibly maybe deciding, it looks like that rear passenger may have saw us up here in the helicopter, so they know that they are still being pursued. There's no way in my mind that they don't know that, but they don't see the officers behind them. So now you have to wonder what's going through these suspects' mind as far as what you were saying, David, that you know, they're kind of getting past the initial excitement of this.
Nice to see you. This is all.
Are looking to kind of mellow out now and find a way out of this situation as we continue. Looks like northbound now. On Parmalee, approaching 96th Street. We're making a left turn westbound on 96th Street now, and we're just kind of staying in the same general area.
Certainly behaving like they're being pursued, so I think they know something's up and they need to get away.
Is that guy in the helicopter?
Try to.
Yeah, they are still in the mindset of getting away. They're not coming to a complete stop, and they're not giving up. We saw them stuck in that traffic earlier, and they just kind of waited it out, just kind of saw that the officers warned immediately behind them, and waited for that traffic to move and carry on as we continue on Firth Boulevard, leaving 92nd Street, still at a high rate of speed, still driving dangerously around oncoming traffic and passing other vehicles as we make a right turn now, going, looks like southbound. We'll get that cross street for you shortly.
They've rolled all the windows up now, too.
Yeah, that's a good point. The windows there on the right side are all rolled up, so this might play into what we were thinking is happening here, where it's kind of a changing mindset as far as these pursuit suspects are concerned. They're getting past the kind of, you know, giddiness of initially trying to get away. Now picking up speed here a little bit, using that center median, using that left turn lane. All of a sudden we're at 60 miles an hour on surface streets, going around some of these other vehicles that are stuck in traffic. It looks like he might be stopped at that light there, not at the light, but in the intersection, continuing through in the center median.
Yeah, window rolled down again in the back seat there.
Yep, the windows rolled down again. So it's just very peculiar, the behavior of these passengers and kind of what their purpose and point is here, what they're trying to prove. That's something we always ask, and what we always wonder in these pursuit situations is why do they do it? As we see a bicyclist in the middle of the roadway there, this looks like another road that's a little bit wider that this suspect is kind of finding ways to move around a little less dangerously than earlier. But looks like Laurel Street 92nd now is where we're at. We're slowing down a little bit, possibly making a right turn, and no, not doing a right turn. Continuing through the intersection now, approaching on Alameda now, moving around some other traffic there. And at this point, it's just a joyride for these suspects, and they are going to drive until they can no longer, it seems like. So we're going to start listening to see what LAPD does as far as possibly trying to bring this thing to an end through other means, whether they actually try and re-engage the pursuit, or whether they completely back off and see if they can deal with these suspects later, which we have seen LAPD do. It's just a matter of time now to figure out how LAPD decides to handle this situation.
Do you see any LAPD vehicles, or they've completely pulled back?
We do have the air unit overhead, but I haven't seen any ground units in quite some time. There's the air unit there as it flies through the shot. I'm being told now that, excuse me, I'm being told now that no ground units. Oh, and there we go.
They're running.
There's 1 foot bail. There's 2. There's 3. There's the 3 suspects that we thought were in the vehicle, and 3 of them exit the vehicle. So as we were just saying, there were no ground units right behind this suspect, but we do know they're in the area. So we're going to wait and see how fast or how long it takes for those LAPD units on the ground to move in and at least locate these suspects and take them into custody. It looks like one of them's either holding his hoodie, possibly on the phone there. I'm not sure what. This one was the driver, we're being told. So we're going to stay with this driver and see where that driver ends up, because that's the one that LAPD is going to be most interested in, although more than likely they're going to take all 3 of these suspects into custody. We're near Willow Place and Long Beach Boulevard. We're seeing if these suspects pop out on the other side of this building. They're possibly in the alleyway, and the LAPD air unit is calling ground units on the ground to this scene to hopefully take these 3 suspects into custody.
Hopefully they'll stay together, because it'll be that much easier for LAPD to get all 3 if they just remain together like they are. And clearly there's somewhere in that alley, unless they happen to way in and they know something about that apartment and they're able to get through a window or something like that, a blind spot for us, and maybe that's part of their tactics here. But they are behind that taller building right now in what appears to be either a backyard or an alley. We don't know if they're outside or worked their way in. But they are back there somewhere, and I guess you just got to sit here and wait this out.
Yeah, and just to give you an idea, David, of what we're dealing with, we're in the LAX airspace, and so we have a little bit of limited capability of movement as far as staying where we are right now, and we didn't see which door they went into, but LAPD, the area is calling out units to this location, and they believe possibly that the suspect went inside one of the buildings here. So we're going to at least keep monitoring the LAPD frequencies as we see some residents come out of their homes wondering what's going on. And that's kind of a dangerous situation here, because you don't know where exactly these suspects are or if they're armed. So not a good idea to come out of your home. Hopefully they go back inside their home, and if LAPD units show up shortly here, they'll be able to tell those residents to do just that. But we're trying to move Air 7 around now. We just got permission to move on the west side of the building here to hopefully see what's going on in that alleyway. Although judging from how these residents are reacting, it doesn't appear that anyone is in that alleyway anymore. So we're going to keep on working with LAPD to figure out whether these suspects actually went inside one of those apartment units on the left there, or whether they hopped the fence there on the right.
Right. So it could have been one of those 2 buildings that you're over right now, which seem to be somehow connected. They're the same structure, kind of like mirror images of each other. So they went. Am I getting this right? Did they go down that sidewalk that looked like an alley, or was it on the far side where you see that black cat?
It looked like they went down where that black cat was, where
right
these
there.
residents are,
Mhm.
and we're hearing from the LAPD unit talking on one of the common air frequencies here that they are working on the assumption that the suspects possibly went inside this building, and as they continue to get ground units on the scene here, we're gathering further information.
Okay.
All right. This is Giovanna Lara joining David here on the desk now. And
Dude, they got away.
we saw all 3 suspects run out of that vehicle.
They just went on
only
a chase.
2 suspects, we understand, are in that building potentially?
No, I think we all 3 of them.
Did all 3 go in there?
All 3 of
Okay,
them.
that was my
We'll
question.
eventually have the replay for you. So they're working on that right now, so we can actually watch them. Watch your right-hand side. That's all recorded, and it shows how dangerous they were when it comes to going through traffic. 3 suspects are in that vehicle with, not just the car was erratic, but their own behavior was flashing signs, taking selfies, but then eventually they did all jump out of the vehicle, run down about a block and a half, took a right. We're trying to figure out exactly what the path was, but it has something to do with that pink building right there in the middle. What we're trying to determine, were they on the alley side or did they go right down the middle? And if they're on the alley side, then you have obviously a couple of options there. They're either in that building on the top of your screen, the pink one, or the taller building down below. One of those 2, because we did not see them come out on the left-hand side. But we'll rack that up for you. Here we go. This is going to be the foot bail. So watch. They're going to jump out of the vehicle right here. Yeah. That's one of the 3. There's the second one. That was the backseat guy in the red. The red shorts is the driver. So all 3 of them, you'll notice, they don't separate. They stay together. And that is a good thing because they're not spread out all over the neighborhood. They're all going down this sidewalk. Eventually, you're going to see them take a right. That's the important part of this pursuit. When they do take that right, watch closely on the building and what you see around it. Are they going down the alley or are they going down the sidewalk? So eventually, right here, there you go. So it is the alley. They go down the alley between that pink building and the taller building, and then that's where we don't see them again. So something happened between that top building and the taller building in the foreground right there. They're in one of those 2 buildings because we can't see their behavior. But all 3 of them went there, which probably in a law enforcement standpoint, if they could find them all 3 together, then they have everybody.
Right. And again, these suspects are wanted for having a stolen vehicle and leading police on a wild and erratic and reckless pursuit. And there was a belief or report at one time that they could be armed.
Right. Okay. So clarification, we're gonna continue to watch this story. Gabe is over it and law enforcement is moving in, but we have a lot of important news to get to, so we're going to move on.
We have more breaking news. 9 firefighters injured, 2 in critical condition. You can see what's left of a truck after a fuel tank exploded in Wilmington. A ball of flame reaching as high as the top of nearby telephone poles. Residents advised to stay home as a precaution.
And we have live team coverage, including...
Yeah, okay, copy. Why aren't they stopping it?
Dude. They just hijacked the car. They stole the car and they just took them on a big old chase.
Stay on this car for a sec. UCG 063. talk to them. Keep working this perimeter.
They gone.
I'm looking at.
They're gone.
45, Jay. 45. On station.
They're gone, bro. They're gone.
It is, huh? It's not. It's just in black, right? That's so weird. Yeah. I did. In the window. What was that, Jay?
You saw the cat in the window?
Copy, thank you. Okay. Copy. There was one in the window and one that walked down the alley, right? No.
No, it's not. It's in California.
Oh, he did. He did. They're right. Yeah. This guy just freaked him out because they were like, don't know where he came from, who he is, and then they figured it out.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Don't they have like heat-seeking vision and all that, where they can see like your body temperature?
Their cars. Well, now you're thinking like a suspect.
What?
Yeah.
That's Zoom, right? That's crazy, right?
They're watching our stream.
They're watching our stream. They're gone. They are gone. They got away, bro. They're gonna get you, bro. You're about to get got right now. You're gonna get got right now.
Switching to attack.
Dang, Joe, you know so much about this, bro.
No attack, switching to simplex. Looks like we're still streaming on some of the ABC 7 streaming platforms. Thank you for joining us here. We're continuing to monitor the scene here at Willow Place and Long Beach Boulevard. Air 7 HD has been overhead for about 10 minutes where this pursuit came to an end. A erratic pursuit through the streets of South LA and Watts. A couple of suspects, 3 suspects in the vehicle.
This is in California.
Looks like a crime scene, or at least closures going on there on Willow Place. LAPD.
They're just setting up the parameter, or what are they doing? What are they doing, Joe?
We did hear from one of the units on the ground that they're possibly going to scour the scene for ring camera video and things of that nature to see if they can get better visuals on who this suspect were. We do believe that the suspects are in this pink apartment complex, if you will.
Shout out Raider Nation, man. My dad's a Raider fan.
Jay, I'm watching it. Copy.
So that guy in the helicopter with the news, that fool's with the cops. That fool's with the cops. Them boys are out of there.
If you're keeping track at home, I know a lot of people
all 3
like
of
to
them
monitor the scanner
I would just like
frequencies. It sounds
change my
they've
clothes,
switched to
change
the
my clothes if I'm in a house that I know.
So we're gonna monitor that, see what else we can learn about this. We're hearing from other sources that they may have found a weapon in the vehicle, so that goes along with the earlier suspicion that LAPD was working with, that these suspects were possibly armed. Did you see LAPD go into that building, Rob? Widen out. I think they're dealing with something down the street because they're talking about possibly
Hey, can y'all get my likes
apprehending a
up?
couple people.
Can y'all get them likes up, please? Shout out. I got 15 people in here, man. That's what's up. Can I get some likes, please?
That's the pursuit vehicle. Those are looks like they've cleared the vehicle and taken those items out, put them on the roof. Copy, Jay. And this was the original pursuit vehicle. LAPD performing a search of that vehicle now.
It's weird, right? That I look at it.
They ran into what else? Oh, wow. Copy.
An AEW. Shout out AEW. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. What happened on March 3rd? What happened on March 3rd? Hey, can y'all like the video?
Really?
Please get these likes up. It's easy. Just hit those 3 dots or double tap the video. Just like the video.
This was the
please.
one that we saw leaving the apartment.
Appreciate
so they
it.
took these 3 into custody. Or is it? Because they were coming this way, right? But were we on the other side?
I think they might have already got them fools. We're watching a high-speed chase. They got a hammer on top of the car. Hey, that possibly was those fools already in that car leaving. That was probably them.
Do they know where that other accident was?
Yeah, it was a high-speed chase, and these guys decided to go for a joyride and wanted to be all selfie crazy, and 15 minutes of fame just turned into disaster, and they ran into a house. But they probably this is in LA, those they probably didn't even run into that house. They probably already snuck out. Like they probably crawled on the ground. Like they say that they're in this pink house. I don't believe them. And then there was this white car that came out, and they literally like jumped out, all them motherfuckers, and like, yeah, they're just looking for him. This is in LA. I live in SA. We just as crazy. We do dumb shit like this all the time too. All the Edgars. All the Edgar fams. Shout out to the Edgars though, for real. Shout out to all the Edgar fam. Yeah.
That's the Nissan Altima.
That's the Nissan. Well, duh.
6.3.
Some guys are really idiots. Not the Edgar. Hey, I'm gonna cut off my braids, bro.
UGC
Cut off the braids and
063.
get an Edgar. I think I'm gonna get an Edgar. Rock the Edgar.
What's the, oh, that one's 9.4, okay. So that is a different one. Yeah. From the live one or the one on tape? 063. Yeah.
Rock a mullet, hey.
It sounds like it. They said 3 in custody.
Frank,
There
I
they
probably
are.
would. Look, see them?
There's like no delay on this.
There's they are right there. They ain't in no house. They're right there. That's them fools right there, dude.
We're trying to figure out if you're still with us on one of our streams. We're trying to figure out what
streams
those individuals that have been
That's the same
detained
kids,
up
Joe.
against the wall back there, what relation they have with this whole scene. LAPD has detained those individuals, and we were in
not the same
contact with
kids.
the air unit who informed us that they did, those individuals did have a gun.
Oh yeah, that
The
what's
air
the
unit
name
also
said there was
informed us that they
a
did find
hammer
a
on the
gun
thing.
in the suspect vehicle of the original pursuit. So a lot of things to put together here, as LAPD still has eyes on this pink house.
I think it was a girl
where
in
we
the red.
believe the original pursuit suspects are now
in the back. I think that was a girl in the back.
A perimeter has been put up in the area with the LAPD air unit and units on the ground to
lucky.
make sure that no one enters or leaves the area without being seen or noted. And the next step will be LAPD making the decision on how to proceed, whether they move into the home or whether they wait. They do have the factor of time on their side. The LAPD can wait here all day and all night. They have other units that will start to report in for work
they had
later
a
in the
framing
day.
hammer
They
on the
can
top of the
take
car.
over this scene and relieve officers that are already on this scene, and they can wait out these suspects if they have to.
They'll wait them out. They'll wait them out as long as they want, bro. They got time on their hands. That's the law, bruh.
Where'd this marine layer come from? Wasn't it sunny earlier?
Hey, but can y'all please hit that like button, please?
I'm on the simplex still. I think they're talking amongst themselves right now. Yeah, no, it's been great. Thank you.
Hell nah, you're on a damn helicopter. I'll be scared as hell. I'll be like, oh my God, please can we land already, please. I don't want to be in the helicopter. Please can we get down? Come out with your hands up. Come out with your hands up. This is the LAPD. That was a girl with them though, bro. Bet you them fools is like, what the hell we do? We didn't even do nothing. They're like, really? We didn't even do nothing, we promise. We didn't do nothing. We didn't do nothing. Yeah, but that traffic violation just turned into a bunch of bullshit, bruh. You done messed up now, bruh. Because now
Did they say where that was?
That turned into a bunch of bullshit. That little rendezvous that you just did right now is gonna turn into a bunch of bullshit. And all y'all dummies had to do was just stop the damn car and deal with whatever you got to deal with. I'm pretty sure a ticket is way more better than
what is it? Just the pursuit?
A freaking fleeting freaking charge from fleeing from the police, bro.
Copy.
You fought the law, and the law's gonna win the cops. But I mean, if you got proof of otherwise. And hello. What's good, fam? Chilling, bro. I don't know. Hopefully this. Yo. Yo. I thought we lost sound. That's crazy as hell. They're gonna catch him. They're gonna catch him anyways. They're totally gonna catch him.
I spent hours doing research on Carol.
This is a 7 News special report.
Lynn Martinez in the 7 Newsplex breaking in a program to bring you this chase. Look at that white vehicle. Could be a white Lexus at the top of your screen.
Here we go. Let's get into it.
Northbound on the Florida Turnpike started in Miami-Dade County. This driver is flying. Has not hit anybody as far as we know. No accidents. Let's go to Ralph Rayburn. He's been following this chase for us. Ralph?
Hi, Lynn. Good afternoon.
Hi,
this
Lynn.
is a vehicle, the white vehicle that you see at the top of the screen there. That white Lexus was reported stolen. Was part of a carjacking that occurred, an attempted carjacking.
There's a bunch of carjacking fools today, huh?
Down in US 1 around, I want to say 250th Street, something like that. One of those bolos that they read out that the vehicle was missing or had been stolen, and allegedly at gunpoint and allegedly with an AK-47. There were believed to be 2 people inside the vehicle.
Joe.
The driver and then the person with the rifle. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. What we just passed, Joe? We just passed commercial northbound. We do have an aviation unit from Dade County up over this calling out information as to exactly where the vehicle is. And we also have a trooper that you saw down below there, one of those beige and black Florida Highway Patrol troopers that's following the vehicle right now. They're efforting to get more assets. That's the term that they used. To continue to follow this vehicle and try to get this vehicle stopped.
What is that? One of those
traveling at a pretty brisk pace right here. We have not coordinated yet the speedometer that we can put up there sometimes to show you. But the vehicle continues northbound on the turnpike. And as we said just a short time ago, the police have been following it now. Well, we didn't say a short time ago. They've been following it probably now for the better part of maybe 10 minutes coming here northbound. Traffic is pretty light right now in this area of the turnpike, and the vehicle is unimpeded at this point. I'll bring the camera back out. I don't want to lose that shot, but we'll show you exactly how far back. We're zoomed out Max out there.
Wow.
And he's going faster. My pilot, Joe Mancino, just told me he's going faster than we can go right at this point. And we do not see a trooper right now in the camera view.
They're going to
we are following this
off.
vehicle. We do know that the police are following the vehicle.
It
The
looks
2
like a
suspects
fake-ass Tesla.
allegedly
Tesla.
inside wanted for an armed carjacking that occurred earlier today, Lynn.
So I was going to ask you if you could ask your pilot, Joe, how fast you guys are going, and if you could guesstimate how fast this driver's going. He's been flying across all
They are flying at all right now. If anybody downstairs can hear me, I'm sorry about that. I can't hear anything. I'm just going to continue to toggle in then. Where are we now, Joe?
Well, this car is going at a fast rate of speed, and oh man, it just missed that red car over there, and it keeps on going. This Tulsa, oh man, it's going by. Oh man, it just missed a dump truck. Now it's going by a white truck. Now it's going off of I-39 right now, and it's probably exiting bound Ramsey and forthcoming. But oh no, oh shoot, it just almost freaking hijacked another 18-wheeler. Oh my god. Oh my god, it just passed another truck. Oh no. If you can see us right now, we are going live. This car, if you're just now joining us, this car is going at a high rate of speed. This guy is really at a high rate of speed. Oh my god. They are not stopping. No, they're not. And they keep going. They keep going, and we're going to keep leading you into the future with us. This car is not stopping. It is going at an high rate of speed. Oh no. You could just see it just missed a pedestrian that was hanging out of that 18-wheeler, and it just keeps on going. It just keeps on going. He doesn't stop. He's going now. He's passing the ledge. He's passing. Oh, he's on the underpass. He just passed an underpass, and he is going at a high rate of speed right now. He is going like oh my god, he is at a speed of 129 degrees. He is going faster. He just passed a mini bus. He passed one of those 18-wheelers, but it was a mini one, a million 18-wheeler, so it was an 8-wheeler. He passed one of them. He is passing right now. Oh, he is by Conglomerate Road right there off of Vance Hoover's, and he's just passing under an underpass, and he's exiting. He is exiting. Oh my god, he just missed another 18-wheeler. Oh my god. Oh shoot, he just passed that pedestrian taking a leak. He just passed him. Oh my god, bro, no, dude, he just keeps on going. He keeps on going. Keep following him if you can. He's going faster, and he's passing Bolivian Road, and he's onto Aquarium Drive, and he's passing. Oh my god, he's passing all of them. He's passing all of them. Look at him. But he's passing. Oh, look at what he's doing right now. He's just being stupid. He's taking signs out and all this stuff. This is right here. This is going on in Mississippi and Minnesota and Mississippi together. This car is at a high rate of speed. Oh my gosh, he just passed by another truck. He passed by a truck of migrants, and he's passed. Oh my God, he almost wrecked into that underpass, and he keeps on going faster and faster, and he's going at a speed of 395. He is passing. Oh my God, there's somebody trying to stay away from him and stay ahead of him. There's fans now. There's the cop. You can see the cop now is just he's lurking on him, and he's lurking on him. He's lurking on him faster. He's lurking on him. He's getting even faster. This guy is at a high rate of speed of 395 right now, and this is going live right here from Mississippi and Minnesota. This guy is not stopping. He is not stopping. Let me tell you, he is not stopping, and he keeps going. He just keep going at a high rate of speed. He's not stopping. I don't think he's stopping. This guy is kind of by Lambert Road over there by Liberty City over there, and he just keeps on going. And the cop has a Hellcat, man, and he's dodging oh my God, he just missed a dang little mini school bus, and he keeps on going faster and faster. He passed by the black car, passed by another 18-wheeler, passed by another 18-wheeler. Now he just keeps on going under the underpass, and he's not stopping. He keeps on going onto the medium there, and he's driving right now on Gillespie Road in side tail stop sign, and he's just passing by everything. That's what I'm talking about, man. He's on his way to Powtown. He is going faster. He is at a high rate of speed right now at 395. He's going 390. This is very dangerous. This is real dangerous. So kids, if you're out here and you're on the road, you better be careful when you're playing that Frogger stuff, because this guy's going to be going 300 charges by the end of this case. Hey, let me tell you, this guy is not stopping, and he's by what is that, Freedom Fighter Road? He's taking an exit. He's taking an exit off Freedom Fighter Road, and he just moving on to incoming traffic. Now, what this guy's trying to do, he's trying to stabilize his position. So he can stabilize his position by just going the rate of speed that he's going. But he's zooming. He just missed a black car. Oh my God, he just missed another one. He is just passing underneath a road sign, and they're coming to a stop. They're coming to a stop. Oh no. He's in oncoming traffic right now. He's in the middle. I think they can put some spikes out or something. I think that's what they're going to need to do. But he just missed that red truck. He's going under the underpass. He should have just got out of the car right there. He could have fled and run and ran to the side and swim in that pond right there. But he's going to keep going. This guy's keeping going. He's going and going and going. He's going right now at a high rate of speed in the middle of the day. It's 129 miles per hour. It's 500 degrees out here, ladies and gentlemen. So you're joining us live. He's not stopping. This guy is not stopping at all. We're gonna go to you back again in the high stop helicopter, and yeah, he keeps going faster. This guy is not stopping. I don't think this guy is gonna stop. He's passing by Fremont Lane, and you can see right now he's trying to come to a stop. He's turning into ongoing traffic. He's just turning right now like he's acting oblivious, but what he's doing, he's trying to incorporate the cops and make sure that the cops are for real, man. Hey, you got to do that. So what we're doing is we're going on his side. So come on, man, get on out of there. Shake them pigs. Shake them pigs. Shake them off. Come on, keep on going. So he's going right now by Gillespie Road. He's been going on here for about 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes now. He's been going, causing a mockery, and my camera's messing up right now in that helicopter, so I'm trying to fix it. Okay, this is not a Tesla. This is a Tesla. So he's running in circles. Yes, he is. Frank, he's running in circles. I believe he is. He's running in them damn circles. And he ain't stopping. He ain't stopping for nobody. Nobody's going to get that man off of that.
To elude the police department there from the air and from the ground. We're just going to continue to follow here. We're still on looking at Lyons Road there.
Police.
So this driver has slowed down, but again, as Ralph has said, they're on Lyons Road right now in Palm Beach County. We're talking just 2 lanes here. There's plenty of red lights that this driver is refusing to stop for.
He's not stopping for nobody.
And we always wonder when we see these live police chases, what is going through the minds of the driver, because 95% of the time they are pulled over by police. They are caught, and honestly, that number is probably even higher.
Being told they go to the wrong side of the oncoming traffic into oncoming traffic. Our information tells us he's doing about 60 miles an hour. You see the car swerving out of the way now, back into the correct lane of travel. Continues on Lyons Road, still going. Let's see here. We'll let it correct here, but
he don't stop. That man don't not stop, man. And my camera's messing up. Look at my camera.
Hands-on programs for hands-on people at ECPI University.
I've always liked working with my hands. I did some.
Fast, slower traffic. I'll bring the camera back out here, see what
this is in Palm Beach County.
Yeah, but these are
what is it? Hillsborough? Hillsborough Boulevard.
Oh, he's on Hillsborough.
Okay.
We're still
Hillsborough.
Right?
We've got the 3 counties: Miami-Dade, Broward,
southbound here.
Palm Beach, now Hillsborough.
Yeah, he is.
This driver refusing to stop, involved allegedly in an armed robbery.
Around cars here.
Man, you're doing robberies and stuff, bro. You gotta be
Ralph
careful.
said earlier that this is believed to be a stolen vehicle, stolen using a high-powered
weapon. Lynn into the wrong lane of traffic. Lynn, sorry to interrupt you there. This is coming up on Southwest 18th Street, Street through the intersection against the lights here, swerving around oncoming traffic and traffic that had the right of way there. So a very dangerous situation here, and as we've done it now several times here, we're warning our viewers at home that we don't know how this is going to play out. Sometimes these things end bad.
How are you?
I'm just going to interrupt you.
Habits accordingly.
No,
so
interrupt him.
Palm Beach County, Hillsborough, now we're back in Broward County. So yeah, we've seen this driver just do some dangerous moves there on the Florida Turnpike, flying down the shoulder of each side. That was a few minutes ago. This is a live picture there of this chase now in northern Broward County. This driver refusing to stop. Police say it's a stolen vehicle, stolen from somebody.
Damn right it's a stolen vehicle.
Weapon,
Damn right it is.
Involved in a carjacking. 2 suspects. Police say maybe.
Up, it's hit the other vehicle. Now we have officers arriving here at gunpoint here. These weapons drawn, backing up. Helicopter. They are on the in their cruisers, and they are following and pursuing this vehicle as he takes the exit.
You better pull into the McDonald's for real. Let me grab this damn meal, man. Let me get my fish fillet and my Big Mac.
Either way, we just have to see here now if he's going to go east or west when he gets to the base of the exit here. But he's coming around making a sweeping left-hand turn. He's going to go around slower traffic very dangerously there as he goes over the overpass of the turnpike here, just towards Commercial. He's slowing down, and it looks like we're going to have a bailout here. At least one person is getting out of the vehicle. You see somebody with a gun, with a rifle there, trying to get somebody out of the vehicle. Again, we caution our viewers that that person was not going to let him in. Wow. Very dangerous situation here, frightening for the driver there of that vehicle as it continues now, that white vehicle. So again, our warning to people at home as we air this video live that we have no control over what's going to be happening down there. We provide the pictures and the commentary. And Lynn, I'll toss it back to you here just for a second here.
Yeah, that was incredible. I don't think we've seen that ever, at least not in my experience here on television, that we saw the suspect in the passenger side out of the car. Looks like he had some sort of weapon in his hand, tried to get to the stranger in the car behind him, couldn't get in the car, and then jump back into this white Lexus that police say was stolen. Wow, sign of major desperation. And then goodness, that driver in that gray car kept his or her wits about him or her and did not open the door or roll down the window.
They're going to try it again. They're going to try it again. Both parked the vehicle, both getting out now. With a gun trying to get somebody to get out of the vehicle here. They're threatening the person to get out of the vehicle to get the keys. They're forcing the car door open here. They've got the person to get that person out. Tell that.
Again, I want to warn people, this is a live picture. This is a breaking story. You just witnessed a crime
That vehicle's
happen.
backing up. It's hit the other vehicle. Now we have officers arriving here at gunpoint here. Weapons drawn. Backing up. We're going to stay with the vehicle. We have a bailout. We have one person running. We know that person's going to be taken into custody there. Now the vehicle has been switched to a Tesla. There's a police car that just missed that vehicle. They're going to be backing up here. They're going towards that vehicle. They know that there are rifles involved here. The police department knows that there are rifles. They just hit another car. We're going to provide these pictures here. They just alluded there. We've seen now a police officer ram it with his truck. He's got his weapon drawn. He's telling the guy to get out of that vehicle, to stand down. We'll see what happens here, but we're going to stay on this picture as we believe the other suspect is now either being taken we believe he's being taken into custody, but we're going to stay in this picture, obviously.
Right, and if we could move that banner and see the police officer down to the left there, thanks, Ralph, demanding that this driver get out of the car. I guess you could call it a pit maneuver, successfully stopped this driver from the second stolen car. We saw a few minutes ago the passenger
car doors open, Lynn. He's getting out. He's on the ground. He's on the ground. He's complying with police orders there to give it up. Give it up, and now he's going to try to make a run for it. He's not going to get far. He's not going to get far.
A live picture of the suspect, the driver, taking off on foot. Ralph's got a nice
he's in
wide
the yard
picture
there between the two houses there. We'll try to stay with him here. We have the police officers from multi-agencies here. He's now crossed over the roadway there.
Looks like he's taking off a jacket. He had a black jacket on, crossing the roadway, going into maybe this canal, it looks like, getting in the water.
Looks like he is, yeah. He's jumped into the water there. He's jumped into the water.
Okay, so.
Oh, my.
Okay, so he took off his black jacket. He's swimming. Maybe, I think he might even taken off his shoes. Looks like socks there, I'm not sure. Swimming to the other side of the canal.
Yeah, there's a police helicopter right above telling the agents where all the officers where he is. They can see him right now. The guy's telling them, where are you going to go? What are you going to do there? They're sending officers to the other side of the street here, to the other
Man, that boy's fast.
He's now, let's see where he's right. Well, he's in between two houses there, so we're just going to hang right here. He's got to come out one side or the other.
Well, and you hope to God that the people in these homes either are not home and their doors are locked. I mean, just the brazen crimes that we saw happen in the last 20 minutes by these two suspects.
All right, he's now moved in between these two homes. He's running across the street right here. Yeah, as you said before, he shedded his jacket and he's just in the neighborhood. I don't know if he's familiar with this area and he's going home or trying to get home. That does happen sometimes in these cases where the suspect or the person that's being pursued by police just tries to get home. He's getting winded. Adrenaline is probably pretty much drained out of him right now, so he's going to slow down here very shortly. But again, the police helicopter is above and telling the officers where he is, giving them an exact description, reading off a map of exactly where this guy is. So We are going to stay with this. The other scene is behind us now. For people who are just tuning in, there was a police chase that covered a couple of counties involving a...
Looks like he's taking a breather, Ralph.
Yeah.
You're looking at a suspect right there in the white shirt on the right-hand side trying to elude police. To the left of your picture is what just happened in the last few minutes. He was driving that stolen white van, and now he's picking up, again, a little light jog without any shoes, wet clothes, after he's trying to get into that car, maybe trying to break into a house.
He's trying in the car now. He may be trying the front door of this house right here. So we'll bring the camera back out here and see if we can get information as to exactly what this address is for you.
So we're in central Broward County, and you just watched...
Right off of Northwest 54th Street is going to be the address here, just to the south of, I believe it's just to the south of Commercial Boulevard.
Let me just jump in. What you're looking at, viewers, if you're just now joining us, to the left is the end of a very, very dangerous police chase of an alleged stolen vehicle. That happened, the pictures on your left happened just a few minutes ago. The picture to your right is a live picture brought to you by Ralph and Joe of the suspect who's taking off on foot after swimming in that canal and just running through the neighborhood, seemingly aimlessly, looking for, trying that van, the door of the van, trying to open it, and is somewhere around that particular house. And you can see, I mean, police are hot on his tail. They know exactly where he's at.
The police have just shown up at the house. They're here at the house, being guided by the aviation unit from Dade County. They patch all the radios together. This woman right here is telling them, just told the police officers, I saw this guy running through in my backyard. And now had come next door. He was looking at the, I guess that's a Honda there. That Honda SUV, trying to jiggle the handle of the door right there, but they do have an officer now stationed in front of the house. It does not appear at this point that the person, the suspect who was weaponized there, who had a rifle at one point, got rid of, or at least left the rifle in the vehicle when he started to give up. And as we showed you that live, it looked like he was going to what's the word I'm looking for? When he was going to give up. Surrender. Right. He was going to surrender, and then he jumped up and fled, wearing that red hoodie, and which he took off, and as he jumped in the canal there to try to elude the police, but it's going to be to no avail here right now.
Let's look at this. Stay with your live picture right here. So we have a police officer there at the bottom of our screen behind this, looks like silver van, and it looks like the garage to that particular door may be open, or maybe it's one of those, garages.
Yeah, so we've got more, we have a K-9 officer here now. K-9 officer just arrived, and we've got other officers here. They've identified the house. They know the location. They know the suspect's in there somewhere. They'll either use the dog quickly here, or do a reassessment. Of course, the information that's being broadcast over the radio is that these subjects are armed, so of course police are going to take all precaution. But right now they pretty much have the house surrounded. They're going to make sure there's no escape path, no escape route for this, and hopefully this will land here in the next couple of minutes.
Well, I mean, this particular suspect certainly has communicated that he is not giving up. So if we want to go over what we just saw in the last 30 minutes or so, high-speed, dangerous chase through several counties, big U-turn back here in Broward County.
Hey, bro, that boy was fast.
Trying to carjack one particular driver to get out. The driver did not get out of the vehicle.
Chase.
Successfully carjacked another driver in that white van at gunpoint, and then took off with one of the suspects running and this particular suspect getting in the car, being hit by police and taking off on foot, swimming through the canal, running through neighborhoods, and now somewhere in the vicinity of this particular home, refusing also to give up. Look what you're seeing on your left-hand side there. That was the first attempted carjacking that we saw live here on the air. They tried to get in that gray car, didn't work, kept going, kept driving, stopped at another side
go out
road,
there and tell him he
put a
read
gun
that
out
way.
to another driver, looked to be in a white van, and that driver got out. What that person must have been feeling, what the fear that must have been going through him, put his hands up, let his car be taken over, and that's when they crashed the white van, and police got one of the suspects who took off on foot, and the second, I think this might have been the driver, yes, this was the driver on the left-hand side of that stolen white van, who just took off from police on foot, took off his shoes, took off his black jacket, and swam across this canal and ran through several neighborhoods. And the end result is the live picture that you're looking at on the right-hand side. The suspect is somewhere in the vicinity of this particular home that police are at. Several, well, I think at least one canine, but several officers on ground and in the air trying to get their guy.
In the air.
So, Ralph, we saw him in the last we saw him run was around that silver van that's parked in the driveway. Is that correct?
Right. As it turns out, Lynn, from this side of the coming around to this side of the house here, we can see what appears that the garage door is open to the house.
Right.
Whether he had the passcode to it, or whether it was open because somebody else was there, or whether he knocked on the door and they opened the garage. We don't know what happened, but you can see the garage door right in front of those two vehicles is open, and we believe, and I think the police down there believe, that he is inside the house right now. You can see we've got officers with canine officers both in front and behind the house right now, all around the house with weapons drawn, ready for any possibility, any outcome here. So, and the police officers are heavily armed here. For folks who just turned in a short time ago, just tuning in right now, there was a vehicle that was taken in an armed carjacking down in South Dade. A bolo for that vehicle. It was a Lexus sports type vehicle, capable of high rates of speed, which they displayed during a police chase that occurred after that vehicle was spotted, based on its license tag number on a plate reader down in Dade County. They launched their aviation unit, or that aviation unit was up. That's a helicopter. It spotted the vehicle, followed it, got on the radio, was patched together with both Broward County and all the other agencies that are in that area from down deep in South Dade all the way up here, and they followed that vehicle up the turnpike. It took them on a crazy ride all the way up past the Sawgrass Expressway up into deep Broward County, right on the edge of Palm Beach County, drove around in the neighborhoods, driving in the wrong lanes of traffic into oncoming traffic, blowing traffic lights and stop signs, putting civilians at great danger. In the meantime, the police department, using the helicopter, just stayed above with units from the Florida Highway Patrol and from Miami-Dade Police Department following behind. And of course, when it got up into Broward, the Broward Sheriff's Office also got their people involved with this and in the pursuit of this vehicle, but from a safe distance there, and let the helicopter call out where the vehicle was and what they were doing. At the point where the weapons were shown, early in that bolo, they said that there were automatic rifles were used in that robbery attempt, the armed carjacking. So police, of course, were super cautious with that. And then we saw live on the air the passenger of one vehicle at an intersection get out and display that weapon, trying to get the driver of a vehicle on the exit ramp of the turnpike to Commercial Boulevard there to come eastbound, to try to get him to get out of the vehicle. That person,
hey, but how do we not know that
passenger got back in the car?
How do we not know
again for a better part of maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then stopped again at an intersection behind a vehicle, in front of a vehicle, and this time the driver got out with the weapon, pointed it at the driver. The driver complied, got out of the vehicle, let the suspect have the vehicle. He got inside, and at that point, a number of police officers responding. The car was hit several times. It also bumped into several vehicles as it tried to flee, and then an officer just pulled in and walloped that vehicle, that Tesla, with his pickup truck, and then came out of the driver's side door with his weapon drawn, telling that driver to give it up. It appeared then the door opened on the suspect's vehicle, the second vehicle of the suspect, and he complied by laying down on the ground, and then, I don't know, he just jumped up, and we watched him as he ran across the roadway there, trying to get away. Police officers pursued. He jumped into a canal. He shed some clothing that he was wearing. We then saw him a short time later, gassed and exhausted from all this exertion trying to get away. He came to this house that we're focused on right now, where you see the police vehicles parked in front of it, and around it. It'll bring the camera back out here. I see we're double boxing here. And they now believe that the suspect is on the property here, possibly inside the house, and it's completely surrounded. Officers very heavily armed here, waiting for the next direction of exactly how they're going to pursue this. So we're going to hang on this picture and toss it back to you, Lynn.
Ralph, that was a very complete summary. We have a little update from police. There is some good news. The second suspect, this person's alleged accomplice, is in police custody. So now they're just working on getting this one suspect out of this house. It looks like definitely we're looking at a standoff. Would you anticipate, Ralph, SWAT to show up and this to become more of a scene?
Yeah, if you can, again, we're having some communication issues here, but if you can hear me, yeah, I concur. We're trying to find the channel that they're operating on here, but it appears that they're try to be sensible with this and make sure that if there's any, first of all, they're trying to identify the home, and the homeowner make contact with people inside and make a determination if there is anybody home. If there's no one home, then they're going to try to find somebody who knows the layout of the house, and by doing that, they'll know how many rooms are there, how many bathrooms there, if there's a utility room, any egress, any place the person could get into or get out of, if there's attic space, crawl space, all the different things that the police do in this type of situation when they have a wanted suspect who was armed and may still be possibly be armed, who's on the loose.
Very dangerous situation right now in this standoff for police and for neighbors. It is interesting to see that there are 2 parked cars out of this particular home, and we did see a few moments ago that suspect tried the handle of that. It looks like it's a silver van or SUV, and it was locked. And this either garage didn't have a door. The front door's opening.
Front door.
Yep. Let's watch.
Front door, he's coming. Somebody's coming out. This is him. That's the guy in the red shorts right there. Here, let me double it up here.
He's got his hands up.
There you go.
Took his shirt off, turning around, complying with police seemingly.
All right.
Out in his socks.
We could say it ended peacefully, I guess. I don't know. He's going to be taken to the ground here. Joey, got to go forward. Here we go. Thank you, Joe. Excellent job, Joe. All right. They've got their man. Not taking any chances. Anytime, I guess, you point a gun at anybody, you've got to be really super careful with what's going on. They have him. They're going to get his hands cuffed here, place him in custody.
Ooh, and you know that's hot on the car.
This was an amazing end to a very, very stressful and dangerous 40 minutes. Police have in their custody the second suspect involved in the alleged carjacking of several cars, one being the white Lexus that police were chasing for 30 minutes, mainly on the turnpike. His alleged accomplice is in custody, and now he's in custody. Shocking that he came out of the house, hands up, without seemingly any weapons, and this ended this way, because all of his alleged actions showed us this afternoon that he was not going to stop at anything. Stopping poor innocent drivers in the middle of the street, he and his alleged accomplice with guns drawn to them, demanding they get out of their car. We saw one driver not get out of the car, the second driver, a man, this poor guy, get out.
That guy was like Houdini.
His car was taken over and used as a getaway for a few yards to get away from police.
Lynn,
go ahead, Ralph.
Let me fix my zoom here 1 second here. We want to give you the area that this is in here. We're going to bring the camera back out because they do have that suspect in custody. We are west of where's the airport?
They banged him up, bro.
We're south of Commercial Boulevard, west of the turnpike here in a